In today's world, human personalities are often categorized into neat boxes: alphas, betas, and the like. Among them, the Sigma male stands out as one of the most intriguing and misunderstood. Known as the lone wolves of society, Sigma males are men who choose to follow their own path, independent of social validation or approval. They don't conform to the typical social hierarchies and prefer to live life on their own terms. But this preference for independence brings a unique set of challenges, especially when it comes to love. Can someone who values solitude and self-reliance truly experience love? This article explores why Sigma males often feel that they cannot be genuinely loved and what lies beneath their reluctance to embrace intimacy. Chapter 1: Who are Sigma males? A closer look. To understand why Sigma males face difficulties in love, we need to first define who they are. Unlike alphas, who thrive on leadership and dominance, or betas, who are more community-oriented and passive, Sigma males are unique. They blend introspection and independence into a personality type that operates outside traditional social structures. The lone wolves of society. Sigma males are often described as the lone wolves because they operate on the fringes of the social order. They neither lead nor follow. Instead, they create their own path. They are self-sufficient, highly adaptable, and rarely seek attention. These traits, while empowering, can create barriers in romantic relationships where vulnerability and emotional openness are crucial. Chapter 2: Independence over dependency, a double-edged sword. One of the core traits of Sigma males is their fierce sense of independence. This self-reliance, while admirable, can also be a roadblock to emotional intimacy. Emotional independence as a core identity. For Sigmas, independence isn't just a preference, it's a core part of their identity. Emotional dependency can be perceived as a threat to their autonomy, making them hesitant to engage in relationships that require them to open up or lean on someone else. Love often requires vulnerability, which Sigmas might view as a loss of control, a notion they instinctively resist. The challenge of emotional vulnerability. Sigmas view emotional vulnerability as a form of exposure, which goes against their nature of maintaining privacy and self-sufficiency. For them, sharing emotions openly can feel uncomfortable and even unnatural, leading to difficulties in forming deep connections. Balancing independence and connection. The paradox of Sigma males is that while they value independence, they are not devoid of emotion. Many Sigmas possess a deep capacity for loyalty and emotional depth. However, they need to learn how to balance their independence with vulnerability. Love doesn't have to mean giving up freedom. It's about finding a partner who respects their need for autonomy while offering a safe space for emotional intimacy. Chapter 3: A skeptical view of social validation. Sigma males often reject the social norms and structures that guide conventional relationships, including the typical displays of affection and validation. Observers of society from the sidelines. Sigmas are natural observers, analyzing the world around them without getting caught up in it. This tendency makes them skeptical of others' intentions, particularly in relationships. They question the authenticity of emotions and are cautious about the motivations behind displays of affection. Guarded against conditional love. For many Sigmas, love that comes with conditions, whether those conditions are success, conformity, or social status, feels insincere. They are wary of relationships that require them to fit into predefined molds, leading them to question whether they are loved for who they are or for what they represent. Trust and the Sigma male. Trust is a significant hurdle for Sigma males, who often take a long time to let their guard down. When they do, however, their loyalty is unwavering. For Sigmas, trust is earned over time through consistent actions rather than words, making them both complex and rewarding partners once that trust is established. Chapter 4: Fear of losing their identity in relationships. For Sigma males, maintaining their sense of self is paramount. They often fear that entering a relationship could mean compromising their identity. Relationships are a threat to autonomy. Relationships often require compromise, which can feel like a threat to Sigma's autonomy. They might resist the idea of blending lives, fearing that it could lead to losing touch with their authentic selves. Sigmas are highly introspective and cautious about sharing their personal space and time. The importance of personal space. Sigmas value their personal space and routines, often needing solitude to recharge. This need can be misunderstood by partners as disinterest or aloofness, but for Sigmas, it's an essential part of their well-being. They thrive in environments where their autonomy is respected and where they have the freedom to retreat when necessary. Redefining love on their terms. For Sigmas, love isn't about constant togetherness, but about finding a balance between intimacy and independence. They prefer partners who understand that emotional connection doesn't have to mean losing individuality. This redefinition of love allows them to form deep and meaningful relationships that don't threaten their sense of self. Chapter 5. The Societal Expectations versus the Sigma's Reality. Sigmas often feel that the traditional societal expectations of love don't align with their personal values and worldview. Love beyond conventional norms. Society often equates love with emotional openness, vulnerability, and constant communication. For Sigmas, these expectations can feel restrictive. They view love as something that should not require sacrificing one's autonomy or conforming to traditional expectations, demonstrating love in subtle ways. Unlike more expressive personality types, Sigmas demonstrate love through subtle, meaningful actions rather than grand gestures. They value quality time and deep conversations over frequent verbal affirmations. Their form of love is understated but deeply genuine, focusing on mutual growth and shared values. Misinterpretations of the Sigma's love language. This understated approach can be misinterpreted as emotional coldness or lack of interest. Partners may struggle to understand why Sigmas don't conform to traditional romantic scripts, leading to frustration. However, those who look beyond the surface find that Sigmas are capable of profound love that doesn't rely on typical expressions of affection. Chapter 6. Overcoming the Barriers to Love. A Sigma's Journey. For Sigmas, finding love means navigating their fears of losing independence and embracing vulnerability without feeling compromised. Redefining vulnerability as strength. The first step for a Sigma male in embracing love is to redefine vulnerability. Instead of seeing it as a weakness, Sigmas can view it as a strength, a way to deepen their understanding of themselves and their partner. Vulnerability doesn't have to mean giving up independence. It can be about allowing someone to understand their world. Finding partners who value autonomy. For Sigmas, the key to a successful relationship lies in finding partners who value independence much as they do. Such partners understand the need for personal space and respect the boundaries that Sigmas set. These relationships can be deeply fulfilling, offering both intimacy and freedom. Shifting the focus to personal connection. Instead of adhering to societal expectations of love, Sigmas can focus on creating a personal definition of connection. This involves embracing emotional depth on their own terms, building a relationship based on trust, respect, and mutual growth. Conclusion: the Sigma male's path to love. Love for Sigma males isn't impossible, it's just different. They are capable of deep and lasting connections, but they need partners who understand and appreciate their unique approach to relationships. By redefining love to include respect for independence and emotional boundaries, Sigmas can find partners who complement their lifestyle rather than constrain it. For Sigma males, love isn't about fitting into a mold, but about finding someone who understands that autonomy and intimacy are mutually exclusive. Their journey to love is about discovering a balance that respects their need for freedom while allowing them to experience deep emotional bonds. By doing so, they can turn what seems like an emotionally isolated existence into one of profound connection and shared growth. Do you resonate with the ideas I shared in this video? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you're interested in more content about Sigma males, explore the other videos on this channel. Thanks for watching.